Hello, everybody. I don't know what's one of these. Hello, hello, everybody. I wanna watch Blessing. Right now we're gonna watch Blessing Intro analyzing these presenters. Come in, guys. Come in, come in. As you're watching this, we're gonna be eating our breakfast at the same time eating drinking celery and celery juice and carrot. Watch, listen, and watch this video. Yeah, let me first. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming, Mommy G, the Canada. Good morning. Good morning. I'm tired. How you doing? How's the family? This analyze this blessing no journal of people for laugh. Very good. This is it. Thank you for
Yes,
that
I wanted us
amazing
to
thumbs
read a
up.
few comments before I start losing my comments.
Mama, how you doing? How's the family? I can see that they
Let me see.
toast bread.
I have to scroll back
I do
up.
my drink. Celery juice
Hello,
and
Johnson.
carrot.
So you guys, are you still giving the video like all your thumbs up? I hope you
Yes,
guys
breakfast
are
time. Oh.
liking it so far. I want to read your comments. Let me know what you guys think so far.
Let's
Nelly
go.
says, look at Rita, insulting who is not insulting her. Now she's claiming innocence.
I'm just
Rita,
watching
I have noticed,
Blessing
plays the
Angel.
victim. That is what I
Analyzing.
have noticed. That is really
She's
what
too
I
good,
have
man.
noticed. She's gonna present her case like, in fact, today is not Rita's video, but Rita plays the victim.
The
That's
family
just
is good.
she does.
Thank
She's
you.
fierce when it comes to fighting and all of
Mama
that, but when
Tina.
it's turned on top of her head like a heap of
Peaceful now.
coal, she knows perfectly how to come out
I
and
really
say they
do
are
this one,
after
man.
me, you know, and all of that,
Thank
and
you for
behaving like they
joining.
are just
Mama
against her
Tina
and they are the
Nation.
ones looking for her.
Good
Or all the
morning.
ones that she would have
I'm just
done
here with my
beforehand. She's
breakfast,
not going to bring them up
my
or
juice, and at the same
mention
time
them.
listening to Blessing Angel
Okay,
analyzing.
should I continue to read comments? Okay, let's just continue to watch Faith's video for now.
It's
Remove your
breakfast
hand
time.
from my matter. Stay away from anything that is close to me, anything that is around me. Hey, your boy, your mercury, stay away. If not, wait till you go see. You not go that cow. Don't be say you don't know me. You know me and I know you. Okay, remove your hand from my matter. And everybody wait around me. This message, now just to
Faith
start.
no
This
send
one,
you.
I just test. Now just in my tenant, me stay away from
Be
me.
quiet,
And I go
please.
give her to her back to back.
I beg, what did you do?
I go give her to her because I don't care anymore because it's just too much. One because as if they Kate, but their Kate they vomit, they talk anyhow, they vomit any rubbish. If I open my mouth,
Open. Faith, the beg you make you
I
open.
go tell her open the key, I go start the motor crying.
Open
That's
now.
why I thought say, hey, no one stop. Your mama they look you. You they talk me every now and then. For more than 4 months, I not tell you. Not be the time where I call say me I start now. You say you want to call on my friend's name. If you finish with this one, you go call the other one, tell me they gossip. Then they still know they gossip. Remove the body
You
from
don't
my
gossip,
matter.
that's
Because
gossip.
I know they could they talk. But if it's spark, I be thunder and fire. Because where I go start, eh? If I
Story
enter
of the
in front
God.
of your house, I will come out for back. Don't be say you don't know me.
Enjoy this beautiful analysis.
Umane at all, eh? Umane, because yeah, why were they effective? I know that they do this video now. I know say that is my day. This is your day, yeah, I know, but I never want to insult anybody. So my brother, let me tell you, warn your wife, warn now, una know, and I know, una know say if he's sex.
What you going to
Everywhere
what you
go
happen?
second, everywhere go para.
Be quiet,
So
please.
warn your wife, whether not she be the husband, whether not you be the wife,
That should be the wife.
each other,
You will not get.
one your, as I just have to be quiet since then, you know and I know, nah. While I be like bicycle. Eketi, it's time I went there.
It's not, yeah, person did the way they talk about.
Okay. I know that video came as a shock to many people when they heard Faith like that.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I just really feel like I should read more comments so that we don't spend too much time on comments at the end. Let's just try to read comments in between because usually I lose my comments also. So you guys continue to give the video a thumbs up. We're going to respond
Thank
to
you
Faith's
for
video
joining.
in a Chiefy. So
Thank
please
you
go
all.
ahead, drop your comments, give the video a thumbs
So
up,
right
continue
now,
to share so that
I'm
more
just eating my
people can
breakfast, drinking my juice,
Okay.
celery juice and carrots. Then watching Blessing Angel analyzing all these presenters. Then I know me the receipt
Praise
side.
the Praise says, I
Oh,
used to
the
think
very
she was
good.
intelligent before until she started bringing out her massive character. And I was actually also impressed with her initially, like, oh, this
Can
woman,
you hear me
okay.
now?
And I think she's good. I think she's a good presenter. I this part of
Can you hear me now?
this side of her that she just feels like,
wow.
oh, let me just do saga, let me do saga. I'm here, I can do it, and all of that. Like, no.
Thank you, sweet mother.
No, it just shows like you can do that. I mean, hey,
Good
social
morning.
media, everybody can do what they
How's the
want.
family?
I mean, you can do the kind of content
My
you
mom
want.
did
You can do saga if you want. But
Please,
then,
Mama,
when you
let me know
finish
if
your
the volume
saga,
is
don't
okay
come
now.
out and say, I'm an advanced
this is
woman.
fine.
I'm not like you people. We are not the same. I'm better than you. No, sorry, you are not. You're just the same. You are the same because your character is already giving you away. Yeah? Okay, let's quickly respond to Faith's video.
Please
that
let me
video
know
came
if
as a
the
shock.
volume is
People are
okay
like,
now.
oh, finally. Even Lolo did a video like, you don't open your talk. And that one was so happy, that Faith did that video, I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
Before I talk about Faith's video, one thing I want to tell Kate is that, Kate, whatever you think you need to tell your husband, just go ahead and tell him now. I don't know what Faith knows. I don't know if she was just, threatening emptily, but I don't think she's just dishing out empty threats. I don't know what she knows. So for Kate's sake, just whatever it is that you feel like I need to let my husband know, just go ahead, do that before someone else does it for you. If there is anything, we don't know. We usually don't know things until things start to come out. That is one thing. Another thing is, Faith said, wait till you go see, go like her. If I open my mouth, and that is also why I said what I said, all the things she said, she didn't say too much. She didn't go into details, but she was giving hints like, if I talk. Okay? But when she started to digress was when she was like, your mama did there, they look you. This one is just an intro. She already said it. This one is testing. This one is not the real thing. So for her to already say, your mama did there, they look you. That means the date will set. The day Faith will start her own saga. She is also going to be dragging Kate's mom. She is capable of that already. And with the look of things, okay, before we even move on, let me continue to read because I quickly wrote down a few things she said. She also said that they see who know they gossip, and it might be true in a way, like, okay, everybody talks, in a way you can say that, but you can't make gossip your entire life. It's not an excuse to let yourself be enveloped by gossiping alone. That what you have with your friends, what you have in common with your friends is gossip. Your life should not be about gossiping. That is the problem. I don't think gossiping itself is the problem, but when your daily activity, the only thing, or let me say, 70% of what you do today is hang on the phone, sit on the phone. You talk to this, you talk to that, you people discuss that one, you discuss that one. That is not what gossip, that is not how it should be. That is the problem. So don't get it twisted. Don't mix it up. Don't confuse it. You might say, okay, gossiping is not a problem, but how do you gossip? How many times a day? How many people do you call on the phone? How many people call you just to talk about nonsense? What will not move your life forward? That is the issue. And then she also said, no, they say I know sabi talk. First, we know the quick talk. So that's another thing. Now she has also declared, because Kate has always said, look, this woman talks, she can talk. And she's saying, look, it's not like I can talk, but I'm not quick to talk. So that one is very clear and very good that at least everybody knows that. But when I was talking about this last analysis during my last video, I was telling you guys that I'll come today or I'll come this week and analyze Faith's video. Some of you were telling me, Blessing, pay attention to the video. Listen very well. Someone was whispering
in the video.
Faith, sometimes you'd hear like a pause, like Faith would keep quiet. And in that pause, if you guys listen carefully, you'd hear someone whispering to her, cueing her, giving her what to say. And the question is, Faith, who was that?
Thank you all so much.
Who was that? Are they pushing you? Are they encouraging you? Are they gingering you? What exactly are they doing? What is their role in all of this? Who was that? Someone was definitely hyping her or telling her what to say.
And then lastly, she talked about Kate's husband. And she threw a very, very ugly jab at him. I don't know whether now you be the wife, Abina, she be the husband. That was an insult. Sometimes I just wonder why people feel so comfortable to insult someone who has not done them wrong. And again, let me put out another disclaimer. I don't know. We haven't heard Faith's side. Maybe the man did her wrong. So yeah, it might be justified that she did that. But if the only problem she has is with Kate, for her to now start mentioning this name and saying this man's name and saying, we don't know whether or not you be the wife, I mean, she be the husband. That one is just a totally wrong insult, you know, which is uncalled for, unnecessary, and this also shows or signifies that this Faith, when she starts her own saga, she is going to be worse than Lolo. Like, she has learned, well. Let me just say she has learned well. This one is just testing. So you don't expect her to start doing or saying all those things. Let's just, you know, like this woman, if she continues like this, like if she continues and, you know, does saga, like this one, she don't learn well, you know. I think she's just going to be worse. Like, you guys are going to be shocked to your bone marrow. Before we go on with the next video, let me quickly read comments.
This is just nice. The way she analyze her videos in perfect way. No bias, just go straight.
My mic was muted. Ebony says Kate was just trying to cover up for Faith. Then, okay, then the question arises: is it justifiable to tell a lie to cover up for someone? Was it necessary for Kate to have said what she said? Yeah, she might have been covering up for Faith, but was it a good thing to say that? And even if she was covering up for Faith in the aspect of prostitution, that, oh, I don't want to just put my friend out there, does it mean that that thing she said about Nami, they carry Faith financially? Does that mean that one, should we just trash it? Like, it wasn't just happening? Should we? Since we now know that Faith was working, so that means that it wasn't Kate that was carrying her or helping her financially. Should we just accept that and say, okay, she was covering up for her, so that means she wasn't helping her financially? So somehow there is still a lie there. You guys understand? Even if we trash one, the other one is a lie. If we trash the other one is still a lie. And yeah, Nelly also says the same thing, but at the end of the day, something is still not true there. Yes, let us continue to watch.
Let's continue to listen.
What happened in that talk? Una see the words where they talk. You can't be like, say, now me be bad person. Me don't call sound like that since. And una see what he pissed her also. Because I talked to her friend. Why did say she was never pissed off when other person was talking to your friend? At least, if she not talk with it there mind, it will come be like Monica and Lolo issue where we will come use 20 years they fight for social media. Tomorrow they go say, me no want me we use 100 years fight. Mama Chanel, sorry that you are now a victim of all these things. Mommy, Mama, no vex. I don't want to see whether she be really that person where they go they beat his friend, he not go talk.
I love this lady, man.
I really want to see whether that person where you they talk about his friend, what he not do, he not go talk. And yes, Chanel. Mama Chanel, I agree. Mama Chanel, I know say I'm afraid you by calling your name by insulting you. I need to do it to see if a friend can talk because of a friend. And I haven't been any. I need to do all this to see if really she can talk for a friend because of a friend and talk. If really, I'm so sorry, Mama Chanel. I know it might look childish. I know it looks stupid. I know it looks like I could done. But I just have to. I never see video where you do. If I say you go to talk, say, now lie will not be me, or now lie this one, I'll get lie from my head or something. Now then me and you go forget and run. But I never see the video, but I'm still saying I'm sorry. If I don't see her, and before I know, whether na the sorry you really need them or not, but any asha you need them because of matter any you need them because if you not reach man, I'll call your name. But I just want to put that thing to see if she's that type where people they talk and say she can hear everything for friends.
You know, get brain because.
See, you will get brain, all the men. See, you will get brain. More than 3 men don't use you build house for Nigeria. You will get brain. That is the same feeling where they get for faith. See, why don't you by yourself put a stop to all these mess?
For real,
You are in the good position for you to put yourself in this mess. Why don't you come out and stop it? Since you are the architect, you are the reason why I know this person. Now, through you, now you invite me go a marriage. Now, through you, I know this person. Why are you sitting down, allowing this person to be doing all sorts of things? Even putting things that are not called for. Why?
Why? Okay, one of the things she also said there is 3 men don't use you build house. That means indirectly, Faith has been able or she has built 3 houses already. So how can you be financially carrying Faith that 3 men have built houses on her money? It doesn't. No. Something is wrong somewhere. You guys see where I say, so where is the lie? There is a lie somewhere. We can't deny it. So it's either she's not financially or she was not financially supporting Faith or just something else, but there's just something that is not matching there. So that means, yeah, if Faith could sponsor 3 men to build houses, that means, I wonder how you were financially, boosting her. That is one thing. She also said that she was pissed off when she saw that Faith was not talking when, Sarah was dragging. Oh, she didn't mention Sarah's name, but I believe she was referring to Sarah. People were coming out, and I think Sarah and Lolo, insulting her generation. Well, that is Sarah. Let me just be specific. Someone insulting my generation, someone I got to know through you, and you're not coming out to say something. And I wanted to see if you will still be quiet the way you were quiet when, Lola was insulting me. If you would also come out to defend, why didn't you defend me the way you are now coming out to defend Mama Shana? That is really not a very straightforward question. It's not a very good question because you cannot compare your situation, Kate, with Mama Chanel's situation. And that is because you and Faith are no longer friends. So you don't expect Faith to hurriedly come out to defend you and say, oh, you guys should leave Kate alone. I didn't send you. You don't expect her to do that for you. But she is still friends with Mama Chanel. So she found it, she just put it upon herself to defend Mama Chanel because she's still friends with Mama Chanel. And another thing or another reason why your question is not a good question or your scenario is not the same as Mama Chanel's scenario is that when Lola was dragging you, Faith was not directly affected. In a way, she was affected because her name was still coming up, but she was not directly affected in the sense of being called or being labeled a prostitute. So her story wasn't out there. But now, with the Mama Chanel scenario, you are bringing her story out. You are exposing her. So it's totally different from when Lola was doing Saga Review. So those situations are totally different. So the fact that she didn't come out during that time doesn't mean she shouldn't come out this time because this time is different from that time. Because now her shit is coming out. So I just wanted to, get that point clear. And next, she said she also doesn't want this case with Faith to turn out to be like Monica and Lolo's case. She doesn't want it to be dragging. And I kind of understand that. It wouldn't make much sense to be doing things on the ground, like Faith talking to people on the ground, the way Lola was talking to people on the ground during Monica's phase of this whole saga, and then not saying anything publicly. And then people are calling Kate and, all sorts of things happening on the ground, but Faith is not coming out. So Kate was just doing all these things to push Faith to come out, and it worked at the end of the day. And then later, she kind of like made a caricature apology to Mama Chanel, like, doing like she was crying, but it was just all caricature and really, really childish. But later, she made a serious, kind of like a serious apology, like, look, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't have brought your name into this, but I just wanted to know if they would also do the same thing. But at the end of the day, the Bible even says, should we continue in sin, that grace may abound? We cannot just continue to offend people for us to come out and say, okay, sorry, at the end of the day. Like Kate said, look, she had a goal in mind. She wanted for Faith to come out. She wanted to push Faith to come out. She wanted to press all the buttons, and it worked. It happened. And now Kate is still wanting more from Faith. Like, you've not finished all the threats. Come out and explain. Like, come and put it out there. Before we go on, I want to read comments. I think I saw one from Goddaughter John. Okay. She says, Rita is a bitter soul just because she thinks it was Kate that sent Sarah to insult her. Kate has clearly said it all the time. She didn't send Sarah to insult Kate. Okay. And I wonder, it's crazy because, I find it really crazy. The reason is when someone is friends with you, and that person is having issues with someone else. Let me just put it in this city. Let me not use someone so that it doesn't get too complex. Kate and Sarah were friends. Rita doesn't like Kate. So the moment Sarah starts to insult Rita automatically thinks Kate sent her, which I find crazy. And I remember those days that Sarah used to insult Rita. Rita would say, no, I don't go for small fish. I won't go for the small fish. You insult me, Sarah, I won't. She wasn't even mentioning her name. I won't come for you. I will go for Kate. Anytime Sarah comes out to insult me, I will go for Kate. And I find that really, really, it's just looking for trouble. That one is just a way to look for trouble. Because you can't just assume. You can be a presenter and be assuming and be thinking, oh, yeah, that one is the one that's saying. You understand? It's just, that means you're just looking for trouble. That means even if now we know that Frank Victor and Atiti, they are kind of like cool together. They are friends, right? So if Atiti is insulting Efeyi Bright, for example, Efeyi Bright is going to be insulting Frank to say, oh, Frank, now you send Atiti. It's foolish. It doesn't show wisdom. It doesn't show maturity. You leave who is insulting you. You'll be going to insult another person just because that person is friends with that person. That means you're just a troublemaker. So whenever that person comes for you, don't play the victim. And that is what Rita does. So the whole time she was on Kate's case, saying that Kate was sending Sarah, which she didn't have any proof of. And Sarah always insisted that nobody is sending me. No, she was saying it then, but now maybe she's trying to twist it around that, Kate was, gingering, pushing, we'll do this, talk, I don't know about that. But in those days, Sarah would say, nobody they send me. I have my mind. I have the mind of, I'm a woman of my own. So for me, like I said, imagine a situation. I know Kate hasn't really answered Rita until I think recently with her sister's case and everything, with the Eddie Murphy thing that happened recently. But before, all the time Sarah was insulting Rita, Rita would be insulting Kate. Kate never answered. But imagine a situation whereby Kate would come out and insult Rita. Rita would be very ready to say, Kate is the first one to look for me. Kate is the one looking for my trouble. But she is the one that actually first looked for Kate's trouble, for insulting Kate when Kate did not insult her. And now that Sarah has started to insult Kate, right? Who sent Sarah to the insulting Kate now? Would Kate now say, okay, because Sarah and Rita have settled, it's Rita that is sending Sarah? Would Kate say that? You see that it's foolish. You see how foolish it sounds now. Who is sending Sarah now? So let's be wise. Let's be wise women. These women are over 40, but I don't know why it's so difficult for them to think deeper than what they see and what they hear.
Thank you so much.
We'll move on to the
Nani.
next
Thank
video.
you so much.
What
Happy
happened in
Friday.
1970 is about to happen again.
Happy Friday.
Faith is
Nani.
capable of asking
Right now,
people
I
to
just
fight
finished
for
eating my
people.
breakfast,
Let me play it.
drinking my juice,
And they tell you, say people from faith, all the Ashawo Kakunakuna where they gather these streets, all of them they leave message for me. That they, if they leave and finish, they'll block them. Someday I just ignore. Why is also?
Thank you so much. I so much.
Why not me now? I never go. Wanna see another person with faith say call. A message you are not leaving.
That one is very bad. Like, what Faith? I don't know. I don't know if Faith really did that, but Kate is alleging that someone called her on behalf of Faith. We cannot just conclude that it is Faith, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it's difficult for me to even say anything about that. But if Faith is doing that, already talking to people and, you know, making calls, which I think she's doing because someone was whispering when she was doing that video. So she's not acting alone right now. And I think she wants to bring in the same pattern that she and Lolo did when Lolo was pretending to be silent for those 8 weeks when they were gossiping. We are going to listen to some of those gossip clips very soon. So I think she's trying to do or apply the same pattern, which is not going to work. It's not going to help anybody. Just come out and free your mind. Because Faith is really doing packaging. She's just packaging. Fakeness. I just find it fakeness. 100% fakeness. Just be real. You want to talk woman to woman. If you can call her on the phone to trash it out and talk it out, go on live video because you're capable of doing it. I'm not a quick person to come out and say, oh, come out and do a video. No. If you're a private person, like I said in like 2 videos away or past 2 videos I did, I was like, no, if Faith doesn't want to come out, people shouldn't force her. She's not that social media person. But now that you have proven that you actually can talk, you have a tongue, you have a voice, you can talk, you should do so, to be honest. So always underground work. I know, like, you might be very good at it, but it's not helping. It's not going to help anybody. Neither is it going to help you. If truly you send someone to be calling Kate.
If you not come at me, you can't talk wetin you know about me. Wetin me and you don't do for secrets. Wetin we don't do. Not leave one. Talk everything. If you not come at me, you can't talk. If you still come at and you still talk and you can't still lie put for my head. Yeah, very bad. Maria. I can't say you just the friend that and this man. Now Faith go work. Feed the man the barber. Never be salon. Wife still they do your work.
Okay, that one is just to refresh our minds back to Namide carry Faith in money aspect. She just said again, Faith go work. But anyway, I know you guys already said she was just initially trying to cover up for Faith. We are going to look at a few comments, but before we do, let me welcome those that just joined. I want to thank you all. Matilda Film TV, I see you. Thank you for being here. And she also says, thumbs up. Yes, I think that's what she was trying to say here. Thumbs up. You guys go ahead and do so. Yes, so I wanted us to go and read some comments, but I think I lost my comments. Okay, let's just watch a video since we lost that comment that I wanted to read.
For 30 minutes, I dey carry Lolo go my YouTube. Yeah, whenever YouTube be another one of the way go shock and push her entire so at least may I say for 4 hours. Maybe I go even Yaladi. I'll come play one of the way go hide down inside us again. And this in short, it's we
yeah, I think we really have to read comments now. Yes, this is the thumbs up I was looking for. And Praise or Praise says, Faith is the one hiding under Kate and Lolo saga till today. I 101% agree with you. Like, from all the things we've been hearing all those days. Like, Faith I know Lolo is the
Faith
mastermind
does not,
of
Faith does not want
everything, you know,
Lolo
the
to
whole
bring
thingy,
her
but
own
I
secret
think
out.
Faith was
So
really
that's
her
why
right-hand
Faith
woman
is
on the ground. Like that woman, like
speaking to
Faith,
Lolo
like
right now.
you're just a pretender, seriously.
Exactly.
You're just, you know,
That's what I
you're a
believe.
pretender. There is
Yeah.
nothing like,
Faith is
oh,
on
you have people who
one
are just
person I
private
want to
people.
set behind.
If you're private, don't just involve yourself in stuff like this. But you can pretend on social media that you're private, but inside you're worse. You're doing terrible things. You're involved in saga from the beginning of this saga till the end. You're still inside of it, and then you come out and show a pretty face and say, "Oh, I'm private," you know, and all of that. I'm innocent. And no, you're not. You're just a pretender. That's just what it is. Like, yeah. So that video we just listened to, the one Kate did, she was revealing her plan. Like she was like, I go, even the way she said it, I go come play another one. We go send her inside for 4 hours. Then later, I go come. Like she really had a plan, and she was talking about Lolo. And the reason I'm laughing is, I don't want to laugh today. I don't want to laugh today. The reason I'm laughing is when she was saying all those things, I know people will feel like, what's she saying? What's she talking about? You know, sending her indoors, maybe it's just saga talk. But looking at what is happening now, it looks like the thing worked. It looks like it worked because right now Lola has lost her tongue. She's not even mentioning Kate's name. You guys understand? Sorry, I'm laughing badly. Oh my God, where is Agnes? Okay, I think I'm going to find her if she's here. Yeah, so let's listen again. And after we listen to that, we are going to go back to how this saga between Lolo and Kate started. Or not really started, but how, you know, anyway, let's just watch. Let's watch.
For 30 minutes, I dey carry Lolo go my YouTube. Yeah, whenever YouTube be another one of the way go shock am, push her enter so at least, may I say for 4 hours. Maybe I go even Yalati. I'll come play one of the way go hide down inside house again. And this in short, it will hit me.
Okay, we have heard that. I hope you guys are still sharing. If you haven't, go ahead, also give the video a thumbs up. If you're really getting sense out of it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. We're going to wait 30 seconds for you to do so. Just cancel the live chat, and then you see the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, invite people. We are like an hour into the video. We still have about 2 more hours to go so that more people can tune in. So why was Kate saying all those things that, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that? Let us listen to sometime earlier this year, I believe, like when this whole thing started brewing between Kate and Lolo.
Are you for real? And then she left there. She wasn't satisfied. She still come on to me. No problem. She now drive her dirty mouth from me to my husband. The next day when she came up, it was when they now told her you shouldn't have done that. I am sorry. Are you for real? Do my husband look like you mates?
That is a confirmation that actually Lolo knows that Kate apologized to her husband. And that is the problem here. To err, they say, is human. To forgive is divine. Lolo is just, look, when people say things about Lolo, oh, Lolo is this, Lolo is that, I always say it's a fact. She might take it very, very hardly, like, oh my God, they are against me, they're talking about me, but it's just what it is. Like, this is also proof to that. Someone offends you and says sorry, but you're never ready to let go. Sorry means nothing to Lolo, and that is really unfortunate. That really shows the character of a person. That really shows how strong your heart is. That shows, I don't know how to put it. Like, you can be like that and be peace loving. It shows you're not really someone who is interested in, okay, let's just have peace. At least you've apologized. Let's forge ahead. Let's move on. Let the place be calm. Let there be calmness. Let there be peace. You're not that person. you're a fighter. That is your personality. And it's an ugly one. Whether we want to admit it or not, that is what it is. So now, I'm a bit surprised that she actually said that. Yeah, she said sorry, but sorry is nothing to her. And that is really bad. Because up till today, the problem Lola says she's having with Kate, apart from the fact that she said Kate was poking her initially, but the one that is paining her the most is that Kate insulted her husband by saying Aburibama. And immediately, Kate apologized, the one that I saw in that same video. Immediately she did that, she apologized. And then in another video, she still apologized again. But Lola is not going to have it. So what exactly do you want? When someone wrongs you and says sorry to you, and you don't accept it, but you keep beating them, you keep insulting them, you keep fighting them, that means you're a troublemaker as well. So what exactly do you want? Apart from sorry, what do you want from that person? Just for everywhere to be peaceful. What do you want? You just want to continue to fight. And that is the situation that we are in now. That someone is not ready to let go so that there can be peace. That is Lolo.
My husband is not caricature that you cause to say sorry tomorrow when I have not talked to your husband. When my husband have not talked to you. You don't try it. If you do it to my husband, I will do it to your husband. Like it's 200 years to come. That is me for you, and I don't hide it. I will give it back to you the day you don't expect.
Okay, that's clear.
If your parents are not dead on their burial day, I will deal with you that day. You go see me. It's a pity people didn't get to know my mother. If you know my mother, she will tell you, say, no find in trouble. You know, they talk. But if you find in trouble and you make out who are mouths, you will regret.
Drop your comments about that. Let me know what you guys think about that video.
Blessing, I have to go love him, man.
She said, if your parents are not dead, that you insulted her or you insulted her parents, but your own parents, they are not dead yet. You just wait. The day they will die, I will come for you. So Lolo is ready to wait 200 years to deal with you. How can you now come out and say you are a happy person? You have a happy life. You can be happy when you are harboring I said it in one of my past videos. You have holes in your heart. You have rooms. Let me just say rooms in your heart. This hole is for Kate. This one is for Mama B. This other room is for Monica. That one down there is for... You have small rooms, and you're reserving days. Okay, when this one marry, I will come for her. When this one became the graduate, I will go for her. So your head and your heart is full of tactics to attack people. Even in future, you're already planning ahead. You're not happy. You don't have peace. It's as simple as that. I can't help you. You guys understand what I mean? Anybody can come out and say, oh, I'm happy, my life is happy, they want to have my life. I don't think anybody wants to have this life. I cannot imagine anyone wants to have a life of, okay, this is a calendar. Like all the calendar is in her head. I don't even think she's writing it down and say, okay, on the 7th of, I don't know if she does. Everything is possible. I don't know if she has a big calendar in her kitchen where she writes, okay, anniversary is on the 27th of June. Okay. Birthday of the son is, I don't know, maybe she does. But I can imagine that you have that calendar in your mind and you're just waiting for the day that person, something good will happen to that person. And then you come out and say, I have a happy life, they want to have like my life. No. Anyway, maybe some people, maybe people like, I don't know, people who really like you, people like Faith, who see you and like how you are, maybe they would want to have that life. But I can't imagine anybody with a normal head to want to have that life of harboring bitterness, planning to deal with people even after they have apologized. That's not a peaceful life. That is not a peaceful life. And then she said again, if you know my mother, she will tell you that. And then she said all those things. And that also still brings me back to what I said. I think last video I did, where someone said, oh, the way Lola was before, when she was friends with Monica, she has changed, or something like that. And I'm like, she hasn't changed. She was packaging then. The way Faith is packaging now. was the same person then that she is today. She didn't change. She just brought out herself. She brought out her real self. No more Monica to hide behind. Monica was real. She was coming out and letting people know, look, I am tough. Although now she has calmed down, but she wasn't pretending. She doesn't like you. She's going to come out and deal with you in her own way. But Lola wasn't really doing that too much. She would rather go in fake accounts and bring out pictures and do that. And she was also doing saga once in a while. But now people are really seeing the real Lola. And for her to say, if you know my mother, she will tell you that don't go for Lola. So that thing has been like that even from when she was a kid or when she was back home in Nigeria, like maybe over 2 decades ago, maybe 30 years ago. Maybe she has always been like, you know, it's not even maybe. For her mother to know. That means before she started to deal with people on social media, she probably have already been dealing with her siblings. Maybe her sisters, they don't seem went for her eyes already. Before her mother would tell you, this Lolo, don't try her. She must have really, you know, practiced all those things she's displaying on social media now. She must have practiced it on her siblings before. Because her family, I believe, they know her like this. And then she came to social media and presented herself to us on a golden platter. Now everyone can just see through her that, oh, now so this woman be. So the packaging now is thrown out of the window. No more packaging. Now this is the real Lola. And that real Lola that people are seeing is not a very pleasant one. It's not. Okay?
Yeah, show you, Mama. I tell you now. Wait, let me show you, Mama. See, Mama, if your parents are not dead on their burial day, I would give.
Okay, what I just wanted to say. So after all the Aburiba, you know, it more or less started. It didn't really start by Aburiba. It started when Lola said, okay, she was poking me, and then Kate would be doing her videos, and then one day she just said, now you they make people they throw them out when people get Aburiba husband like that. And then she was like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And the next video, she still apologized. But of course, Lola didn't accept that. So it went on and on and on. And I'm just trying to show you guys where we are coming from gradually until where we are now.
Yeah, show you, Mama. I tell you now. Wait, let me show you, Mama. See, Mama Kate, now the one way don't dry, solid. You don't dry one. That one dry, choco. Mama Kate with that. Come carry the sticker up for a mouth and everything. But anyway, I'm going to create new Mama Kate here. You don't do label. You see, I'm going to hang it. I'll put it there, Mama Kate. On the dry. You see, this one already routine. Mama Kate is not routine. You see, that's Kate mode. I don't routine. You see, I'll come go hang out for, she said, one side. I'm going to rub this for a month and then rub and wash out with lights. That's sure, like,
Yes, not the what.
I'm ready to for this one. Come and buy. When you go, come and buy. See, I said you rub this thing for my God. Where is Saka? Man, that's one where you go to the Christmas. The people will make finish to wait. Now, I finish to wait. Who do I wait?
It's crazy also. Anyway, let me just ask the question. What you guys are seeing now, is it pleasant to the eye? Let's be honest. Those of you saying, oh, people on Lola's case, you're just taking her, you're just jealous. This thing you just saw, is it even nice to watch?
Not nice at all.
Is it nice? Is it cool in your face, like in your eyes? Anyway, the one that popped up is, she was saying, hey, saying she doesn't want to do saga anymore. You guys remember there was a time after Kate did all that saga, wearing black and doing all those incantations. There was a time Kate was like, look, I know myself. I know what brought me to social media. There are some people who have nothing to lose. I don't want to do this thing anymore. I'm done and dusted. You guys remember that time? Lola was like, wow. She was like, are you mad? You will stop when I say you stop. Yeah, you guys remember then? And now, what is happening? Lola has run. She has run for her dear life. Okay. But before we continue with the videos, I want to read a few comments. I see one here from IJ James. Let me quickly pull it up. Poor innocent elderly woman. I feel sorry for her, referring to Kate's mom that is being dragged here. I don't know. It feels sorry for something you should feel sorry for, but I think we should feel more sorry for these women
feel more sorry for Lolo, feel more sorry for Rita, feel more sorry for Sarah than that woman because she's just there having a time of her life, drinking tea, relaxing. She's just living her life, and they are beating up themselves and disgracing themselves. They are young, vibrant women. They are in their 40s. I know Sarah is still a bit younger, and people are looking at their foolishness. People are looking at them disgracing themselves, insulting an elderly woman. That doesn't make you an Odunga. That doesn't make you tough. That doesn't make you a winner. That makes you look very, very disrespectful. Men are looking down at you. Elderly women are looking down at you. Elderly women who maybe were watching you before, who maybe loved you before, they're like, oh my God, it's my mate that these small girls are insulting. We have adults who watch us. We have 50-something-year-olds, 60-something-year-olds who watch our live videos. And for them to now sit down and see you, 40-something-year-olds, insulting an elderly woman like them, how do you think they would feel? You're disgracing yourself in front of them. It doesn't make you a winner. It doesn't make you a good fighter. It makes people just know that this one lacks home training. This one doesn't have respect for elderly people because of saga, especially an elderly woman who is not even doing saga with you. It doesn't speak well of you. And you, like I said it to Sarah the other day, you want to grow old to that age.
Thank you for the thumbs up, mommy. Thank you.
If I beat you, you go die for this social media. If I beat you, you go die. So let me hold your mama. Your mama go. So I beat your mama. You know, say just give my just more. Blood pressure will be but your entire family will scatter. They will be called. Who do this one? Who carry out those social media? Now we see you for God.
Motivational speaker.
Can you imagine? See, motivational
You can become
speaker.
anything you want to be on social media. Make believe like you can just come on social media and say, I am the king of the world. I am the Messiah. You can just call yourself anything. This one called herself the motivational speaker. And she said, your whole family goes scatter. When I come out, when I catch your mama, her heart will be boo. You know, say she don't mature small. Just, do you guys just listen to all of this? So I'm just taking your mind back to how we've been coming so far. Look, I always say, I'm not 100% against saga because saga, we do it also in our private life. I will always say. So the problem is not that, oh, no, why are you sagaing kids? No, they are both like in the same age group. Let them do whatever they want to do. They want to fight. But when you don't know your boundaries, you lack, I don't know, you're just loose. That's what I see. And that's what Lolo is doing. That's the difference. It will look like, oh, people are against Lolo too much. But when you overdo things, you recall negative attention to yourself. That is what is happening. You're too loose. You overdo, you overfight. You fight dirty. It is not good. You understand? That is the problem.
Yes.
So this is how the whole bringing someone's mother into, bringing his mom into started. Like it was growing gradually. She was telling us that we bring the mama. Now let's just like, I don't know if I should take a comment or no. Let's just watch.
All your sisters, their name. They be what do they marry? Kale Yakua. When I say Kale, so they cut them one by one. We will touch all of them. All your sisters there. We will put their yash. We will shade them. Yeah. Esaga bastard of here. Saga bomb bastard. You know they know. Saga bomb bring DNA. You don't know. Your family home go speak to my own. They don't bring a comment. It's better for you to go hear all of them.
Okay. She also said she was going to bring kids sisters into it. So far, we haven't heard anything about those ones. But all of this is just part of, the plan, the initial plan. And I read Ebony Black's comment. Ebony Black says, thumbs up, guys. Please, who hasn't thumbs up? If you know you're watching this video and you haven't given it a thumbs up, you know it's not fair. And you know it's not fair towards me. We've been here for more than an hour and you're not even giving me a like. It's not good though. It's not good. Yeah? Let's watch the next one.
We do it. India, you have people. When I get to go, they have people. They have me go call. They have me go. Who call it Nana, the one after the other. sister, we no born, we make a no born, she was kata born. Life and direct, you go to hear no dey pala pala. Understand how your sister they go India, go they do juju, everything. To go arrange your family member. How many picking your man for? Which one be your bound for it? Which one not be your bound for it? Which one be man picking for it? Which one not be man picking? What kale here? If you are going to
professional speaker.
So, well, all of this is just Saga talk. It's just, yeah, they're just being Saga. But when you start saying things like, you'll not take her to the hospital, you'll not be passing treatment, you're just wishing for negativity. You're just wishing for bad news, bad things. It doesn't speak well of a motivational speaker. Mm? It doesn't.
India ya pẹ̀lú iná wọn lè fún ọ̀rẹ́ ya pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ mi bò kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi bò ìgò ogó lè nàná the one after the other. You understand? You go switch to that fresh news. Sister, we no born. Someone thank George. Thank you.
Before we watch this video we're about to watch, this one is like crazy. Okay. In that video we are going to watch very soon, before I take comments, Rama actually called a woman for that woman to say things about his mom. She was doing her live video, but she picked her phone and she dialed that woman's number and called the woman to call in. But before that, let's just read another comment from God Dr. John. You know why she said that wife or husband, when Benin woman see another man or husband is vulnerable to his wife, they begin to say that it is true. Okay. And that is, I think, in response to when Faith said, whether or not you being husband or being wife. And probably the reason she said that was, of course, she was in their home. She saw the way they are with each other. Maybe she saw that he's a caring man, he's really down to her, taking care of her. And then she was like, I don't know whether or not you be the wife. Maybe Faith is just used to being with men who are just those macho men, like woman I go hit her head or down, do everything. Even if she's sick, she can stand up on her feet and go and boil water and go and make me do them. Maybe she's not used to seeing that. But it's not always true. And it doesn't mean that the man is not man enough when he's calm and neat towards his wife. Women are supposed to be treated well. So you should actually be aspiring to have a man that is also going to be soft towards you. That is not weakness. That is not true. It doesn't always have to be true. It is just very sweet and good. And I think women deserve it. Yeah? Okay. Now let's watch that video in which Lola picked her phone and called the woman to talk. And I am suspecting that is the same woman who we listened to during my last analysis, who said, I don't call you now for 3 or 4 times where I don't talk. Hey, you never speak, you can't answer me. You guys remember that woman? I'm suspecting this is the same woman.
Someone thank George. Thank you. I appreciate you.
they cry already. If they cry, what do they cry for?
Then I tell me ask Lolo, who they cry?
I have talked small, and I know we are more close, more liver with small. Where may I put that for audio? When may I go free my speaker? Wait, I'm coming, let me go and remove this one from my wait. Bluetooth is connected to my yellow phone. If they cry, why I never beat him, mama? The man just beat me, oh, cry. Next time, why? Chakabondo, done it, where I had a trans so that who Loria, if I'm Gua, who Lo cannot there, yeah. Mudia. You know this step? Oh no, we cannot there, yeah. Oh, but yeah. She's not crying. They never cry after one job. But yeah, preview. Okay, that's the motivational speaker listening to another woman bring down his phone. And it was Lolo that called that woman during the live stream. And when she called, she said, I never finished, I didn't need you. So this thing that woman said during that live stream, Lolo had already discussed it with her.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come as a surprise to Lolo. Yeah? I never finished, I didn't need you. Where you did? Oh yeah, you want to talk. This is not just a stranger to Lolo. Like I said, I think it's the same woman anyway who said she's been calling 3 to 4 times. And if it's the same woman, I'm still going to say what I said last time. The woman is just very useless. Because it has a useful thing to do with her life than stuff like this. And then she went ahead to say, oh yeah, talk small of her. Now make we hear. Make we give them preview. Preview of what? Lola already knew what this woman had to say because they already discussed it. They already planned it out. And that's why Lola called her to quickly come and talk. Make we, make we still do small things here before we go. Yeah. The question is, when is Lola going to stop arranging callers? Like useless callers, not just good callers so, that can benefit anybody's life. Useless women like this. When is she going to stop? When are useless women going to be joining in doing useless stuff like this on social media during a saga? When? And then Lola was acting surprised. Ew, like doing all those surprising things, like a good actress. Whereas she knew exactly who she was talking to. Her cheating partner, like I always say, her gossip mate. Okay, I'm gonna quickly charge my phone before you guys lose me here. Let me charge it. 5 more. 5% rather. Yeah? So I find it shameful, and it's only a useless presenter that's going to be arranging useless callers. Because if you're a useful presenter, I don't think you have any business arranging fake people to say fake things about your colleagues.
We are here to talk a little bit about the issue on ground, the injustice that is about to take place, and the way the days that are going to come out, just as usual, when you don't call her, she wants to come and interfere don't know. Naomi said me and my friend. She even go around telling people all of my friends. And she was my friend. Katekia was hurting me. That I don't know Katekia like that. Katekia is not my friend. When she started doing that, I was surprised that you know the woman that she will not do that. Shortly after she started using my name to sing, direct, indirect, direct, indirect. I was just telling him, oh, so Naomi, maybe now thinking Naomi is a friend. What did Naomi do? Until this fateful day, when she did very terrible one, I called Faith. Faith, this is bad. This is very bad. Faith was begging. So what is bad? I am trying to talk to her. I said, no, yes. And now called Naomi. Naomi, I am tired of calling Faith and reporting to Faith. She still started begging again. Only beg, she begged. Naomi carried phone and go and call Katekia. When I said it first to Naomi, Naomi took it to her. Bent it, he carried that to Chipati, come make up with the car, bent the thing, give her to Katekia. Naomi is keeping quiet as if he knows, but it's Naomi that started it. That is what you call evil friends. Evil friends. You want to talk about evil friends? You want to talk about destroyer friends? And go and give to Katekia. You can Naomi carry her phone and call Faith. Faith. Now so you believe. You know yet the say Lord get up for giving spirit. Why you go to tell your sister? Naomi. Whether you go see for body, go to pass you. You don't they form quiet for nothing. You they form quiet for nothing. You either be sorry for your acts or you speak out.
Naomi Gallion does not have a fine.
Go play am. Because you don't put yourself for inside, you don't put yourself for inside. Naomi entered the group that I have. Naomi scattered the group. The rest of those group people, I don't have contact with them. It was only Naomi. Katekia said she blocked Faith. Bravo. And it is Zaga. I see the game. He blocked Faith. Now, my question before I came out here for it, why did you continue poking Faith? Anybody, let me tell you guys, take this one out of it. If you know you have a dirty secret, it's with a friend, it's with somebody, please forever respect the person or forever walk away nicely. Do not push that friend, walk away. No matter what that person will say, please close your mouth because you know your secret is with that person. Not that your secret is with somebody and you be the one doing you be the one pulling the person's flesh. What do you expect? This Katekia have insulted this lady on social media, insulted me that is a friend. All for suspicion of what Naomi said and Obaika said.
That's quite a long one. And sorry guys, normally I let you guys watch long videos on my other phone. You guys, I'll just be playing it on that one, and I can pause it in between. But this one showing here, if I pause it while it's playing, it's gonna start again from the beginning. That's why I just let it play. And I just jotted down a few words or a few things she said, and I'm gonna talk about everything at once. That's why I'm not able to pause. So she said, she had so many times. Let me watch that first part again to know what she was referring to. She said so many times. What did she
We
say?
are here to talk a little bit about the issue on ground, the injustice that is about to take place, and the way the day that jump out just as usual when you don't call her, she wants to come and interfere, scatter the whole place, say what she don't know, say what she don't know. Naomi said me and my friend. She even go around telling people all of my friends. And she was my friend. Katekia was hurting me. That I don't know Katekia like that.
After the internet.
When she started doing that, I was surprised that someone that she would not be like it. Shortly after she started using my name to sing, direct, indirect. I was just telling him, oh,
I'll be back.
What did Naomi do until this fateful day when she
Let's
did
just manage this
I called
one for now. We'll go to the next one. At least we already know what's going on here.
Becky. I now called Naomi. Naomi, I am tired of calling Faith and reporting to Faith. She still started.
Oh my God! Thank you, mommy, for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna be ending this video very shortly.
When I said it first to Naomi,
At least you already know where we're going, and I'm gonna come with another video of
The next one,
analysis.
she said, I call this, I call that,
Thank
the
you
friends
for
I call my
watching.
own, the people I call my friends, and then I now called Faith, I complained to Faith, and then Faith was begging, and then I called Naomi, and complained to Naomi, that Faith is still begging. Like, is that what your life is all about?
Begging.
What? This is why saga will never finish. Like, can women just focus on being women, being wives, being moms, being career women, being presenters, just doing positive things, and leave all this back talk and call, gossip?
Seriously.
Anyway, that's her private life, that's her private business, but of course it's out there and it's really causing so much disaster on social media. And then she said that after she called Naomi and complained to Naomi that Faith was only begging and not doing anything about the matter, she said Naomi
is gonna be the one that's gonna do nothing.
and told Faith. Question is, how does Lolo know that Naomi called Faith? Because Naomi and Lolo were no longer really talking. Who told Lolo that Naomi called Faith to tell Faith stuff? I suspect Faith did, if truly Naomi called Faith. So that Faith has been part of the problem from the onset. She is like the rope in between. You can link all the problems to her. That particular one that is claiming she doesn't talk, or she doesn't want to come and talk. That particular one, that one is the foundation. Well, I think, no, she's not the foundation. I think she's the pillar of the problem. She's the one holding, she's the rope tying all the problems together. Maybe foundation anyway. And then she said Naomi carried her cheap article makeup and went and sold it. And I'm like, what has makeup or cheap article got to do with the woman background? Why are you referring to that? For me, Lola is just bitter about that woman's makeup progress. That is just, you might say the person is just talking, but there is some jealousy, there is some bitterness, there is some bad blood connected to makeup. 100%. Anyway, she said carried her cheap article makeup and went to sell. Hey, how do you know they are cheap articles? Okay, maybe Naomi told her the price when they were friends, but okay. And then she said Naomi is an evil friend, a destroyer friend, and she's forming quiet. You guys know Naomi has not been talking. And I'm like, this whole time that Faith also refused to come out to talk. She was also thus an evil friend and the destroyer friend. Because she was part of this whole problem all this while. But she also never told. Well, because she's your friend, you like her, you didn't say she's an evil friend and a destroyer friend for choosing to keep quiet. Yeah? So Faith also, for having been quiet all this while, she is also an evil friend, a destroyer friend. Yeah? And then she said Naomi entered the group that she was in. And I remember, I don't have that video, but there is a video in which Lola said, I am not part of any group. I was never part of any group. And now she's saying Naomi entered the group that she was. So which group? Is it the group we were talking about last analysis, last video, where I was asking, is it a WhatsApp group? Is it a Facebook group? What kind of group? So I guess this is the group. They had a group. When they were, I think the Golden family, I think that period they had a group. But Lola was claiming that she was never part of any group. So there was a group. Yeah? That's another lie. Anyway. And then Lola also said, Kate blocked Faith.
My question is, why did you continue poking Faith? That's what Lola said.
Mm-hmm.
She said Kate blocked Faith, so she was asking, why did Kate continue to poke Faith even after Kate had blocked Faith? And I'm like, Lola, you and Naomi blocked each other. Why have you continued to poke Naomi? You will be doing one thing. You will be accusing another person of doing the same thing you're doing. You're not looking at your own life. You're not looking at your own self. That you are also guilty of what you are abusing and calling out people's names for. If you're asking why Kate has been poking Faith after even they blocked each other, ask yourself why you have been poking Naomi even after you both loved each other. And then she said again, if you know you have a dirty secret, never, call that person's name. Either you respect the person or you walk away quietly. Not that your secret is with them, you are doing it again. If you know they have your dirty secret, and she didn't remember to take this advice for herself. All this while that she was doing all these videos, Faith had all her secret voice recordings. All the ones that have now put her in too much shame right now that I don't know if I should just feel sorry for her or just, or just dish out some words of encouragement or advice, but she's just in a very, very bad place right now and she knows it. She knows it. And her followers knows it too and know it too. So she said, when you know someone has your dirty secret, you either respect that person or you walk away quietly. Well, she didn't walk away from Kate quietly. She continued to call Kate's mom, do all those things with plantain, with that sewing thing. She would say she was hungry, and all those things she was doing. She didn't walk away quietly until she now pushed Kate to the extent. You guys know, a few months ago that Kate came out and was playing 3-second audio. Kate wasn't playing everything. She was still protecting, still like, okay, let me not just put everything out there. And Lola didn't walk away then. She continued to push Kate to where we are now. And now Kate is beating her up left and right. So let us be taking our own advice before we dish them out to our viewers. We should lead by example. I think I should take some comments before. Okay. Nelly Black says,
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.